Hey, my loves, welcome back to my channel. So, did you know that words carries a frequency and a vibration, but also that it leaves an imprint on your psyche? It leaves an imprint on your soul. And so, when you hear a word or a word that you speak, or you hear a word, it leaves an impression, a signature, a vibrationary signature on your mental state, on your emotional state, and on your spiritual state. So words carry a meaning and a numeric meaning. And you learn about all this through numerology. And if you've been following my channel and my social media, you know that I love numerology. I work in numerology in the sphere of numbers. And so, what the Holy Spirit had me working on was words from dissecting words from an energetic space. Because there's certain things that I'm working personally on changing in my life. And I said to God, like, yo, I've been working on this for a while. Why is it that nothing is changing? And usually, let me share a secret with you. When you are working on something that needs to change in your life, the timing for you to assess this is so easy. So there is something called the 369. So you should get a sign when you ask or pray for something, you should get a sign within 3 days. Reason behind this, it says Jesus rose on the third day. So for me, I tie that in with, I've always said when something is supposed to work in my favor, I should know within 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years, and be done. Like there's certain things that I have asked for, that I have wanted. 3 years has passed, it hasn't happened. I'm like, peace out. So long-term goals. So I usually measure things by three. So if you want to pay attention to that and start tracking it for yourself, that's a little tool. So whenever you ask for something, within 3 days, you should get a sign. You should see something like, say, for example, you ask God for a new car and you want it to be black. And then, day one, you see black cars all the time. Day two, you see black car, but day three, like a black car, kind of somebody came and drove directly into your yard and was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know I turned into the wrong gate." That's like a clear sign right there that your prayer's been answered, things are moving in that direction. That's what I mean. It's like, it's not like, oh, yeah, I asked for a black car and you see so many black cars, like whatever. It's the one that is just out of the norm, that when it happens, like you feel something inside of you that like, pay attention to this. So you should know within 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years, then you start over. Now, as I was saying, like there's certain words that you use and you're trying to create a change in your life and it's not working. You try different affirmations and it's not working. It's because the number, the numeric vibration behind the word does not work with your energy. It does not work with your vibration. And that is one of the reasons why I do numerology. And when I do my one-on-one sessions, I help people to work through and find out the numeric vibrations that are in alignment with them. Because your numeric vibration is also a guidance tool. It helps you to know when you're going in the right direction and when you're not. It's also used for warning as well as to say, yes, go ahead. Right? But if you're not aware of this, you will just walk through life and just feel that God has forsaken you or spirit has forsaken you, when in fact you have a tool that can help you. You have tools that can help you to make decisions quickly, because when you are aware of your numbers and the numeric vibration behind certain words, you know what is for you, what is not for you. And that's one of the reasons why I came out with my numerology journal. No, I'm not plugging these, they're on Amazon. But I have a training tool in the back, and my personal one, oh my gosh, I have what numbers mean, because numbers carry both a negative and a positive frequency. So you may be using a word, like for example, let's say the word work. The word work is actually a powerful number because it vibrates to the number 4, and the number 4, it's also it works out to 22, which is a number 4. But 22 is a master number. That means work is mastery. Work is number 4 is strong foundation. But number 4 also can be the negative side of it is the stingy side, right? Have you ever felt like you are working and your paycheck is never enough? So you are using the word I'm going to work, but the vibration behind the work is, especially if you don't like your job. So then you know that the word work, you're using it and it's not for your benefit because you are tapping into the paycheck isn't enough and you're tapping into I do not like this work. So you're activating the negative side of the 4. So instead of the 4, your work building you and giving you stability and foundation and sustenance, your work is just sucking the life out of you, basically. So, how do you change that? Because for me, I love to tell you what the issue is, and I also give you solutions, and you got to apply it. When you apply it, you will see the results. Now, what I recommend if you are doing a job that you do not like, a work that you do not like, you have to change the word work and find something else to replace it that aligns with your vibration to bring in you finding the right and perfect work for yourself. Now, the word perfect, I believe it vibrates to a number 9. It's completion, it's ending. Um, and so I'm going to do a workshop. I think it's stirring in my spirit to do a workshop on helping you to just come up with some powerful affirmations that is going to help you to get some answers. So, for example, when I went down this rabbit hole, every career that I did that I had success in vibrated to a certain number. That certain number worked with my vibration. And the ones that I chose to do that didn't vibrate with that number, I noticed they fall away. And I was just like, oh my God, this is mind blowing. This is something. And since that's everything I do now, like for example, I changed my name, what I do, from transformational life coach to an alignment coach. Alignment coach vibrates to number 8. My name, my destiny number, Marsha Novia Wald, vibrates to a number 8. So that means I'm in alignment with that. And that works for me. I'm also a realtor. Realtor vibrates to number 8. Now and my name. So you see what I'm saying. So a homework for you would be to list your career and also find out your destiny number. And you do that because I have so many things in here, but I have a chart in my journal that helps you to map out what your destiny number is based on your name. You're going to use your full birth name and you're going to use every letter corresponds to a number. I'm going to add it all together, bring it down to a single digits, and that is going to tell you. And I do have a tool in the back that shows you what the numbers mean. And then you're going to ask yourself, am I embodying the negative traits of the number versus the positive trait? And how do I shift that? You have to change the word that you're using. You got to change it. Another example is because words carry an imprint, you are going to need to dissect how does that word affect you when you hear it. Now, if you don't like the word work and you hate the job that you do, and hate is a strong word, but you dislike the job that you do and you cringe every time you think Monday morning I gotta go to work, then you definitely, in order to change the job, if you're not satisfied with it and you want to find a different kind of work, you're gonna have to change the word work in order to change the frequency, in order to attract the kind of work that is meaningful for you. Okay? So, one example for me personally, when I was working on expanding myself, my capacity, and I have another video coming out that I'm working on, expanding my capacity to receive, expanding when it was time for me to expand, when I felt like, okay, now I gotta get into high 6-figure, 7-figure. Now I need to expand myself. How do I move that energy? I had to start looking at the words that I'm using as my affirmation to see if they are in alignment with my vibration. So, one of the words that I love to use, like, for example, the word debt. I don't use the word DEBT. I don't say debt. I say financially complete. Financially complete works better from my vibration because it has numbers that correspond to my energetic vibration for success. So there are certain numbers that work for your success and some that does not. How do you know this? Getting a numerology reading or knowing your numbers is helpful. That's one of the quickest way to find this out. And I guarantee you that this changes life. It changes patterns. Because what you're doing is changing the pattern, the frequency, in order to create the change in your life that you're looking to seek. You see, some of us come in with karmic patterns and that we're supposed to break for family, generational stuff, and so forth, even things that in your life, patterns that you need to break. It starts with your words. Your words are the quickest way to break patterns and to bring in the harvest of the thing that you desire. Because again, words have an imprint, they leave a signature on a signature imprint on our psyche. Okay. So for me, I don't have an issue with working. Like I enjoy work. Work is wonderful for me because I've always done work that was joyful and wonderful. Now, there is a phrase that a lot of people like to use where they say, "Oh, you have to fight for everything. You gotta fight for it." The word "fight" carries a strong psychic. It just you hear the word "fight" and instantly you're like, attention. You're looking around. You're ready to defend yourself. So if you keep saying, there's a famous opera from The Color Purple where it says, "All my life I had to fight." If you keep saying like everything in life, you gotta fight for it, then the fight vibration is imprinted on your psyche and you're always gonna have to be fighting. So how, when you say certain word, how do you describe, what are the words that you're using to describe hardship and struggle in your life? Because I'm not saying that you're gonna deny it, but you're gonna use words that are complementary to the vibe to describe what you're doing. Like I was talking to my sister and she said like I've never said that I had to fight for things. I've always said I had to work hard. And I wasn't even aware that I was saying work hard. So now my homework is going forward and dissecting work hard and seeing how do I react to the word work hard? Because my free spirit number 5 life path self does not like hardship. My Taurus moon does not like hardship. Taurus moon likes comfort. My Scorpio self loves nice things too. And it likes to get into that deep coziness. It gets into the mess, but it doesn't really like hardship. So I have homework to do, and so do you. I would love for you to let me know what words do you use to describe struggles or hardships that you encounter in life. What words are you using? And then pay attention to the words that you use often throughout the day. Drop those comments below and then I'll read the comments and I will do a number. So if you drop in that you use the word struggle, I am going to respond by giving you the numeric vibration for the word struggle and do some more dissecting. So I hope this video was helpful. But let's start using words that is going to empower us and is going to help us to shift into winning, because my goal is that everybody wins. I love you all. Mahalamopono. Until next time, mahalo.